Hear the voices of greatness on the World Wide Web. VG8 Radio, the voices of greatness.
The pieces are all there, just waiting for you. Waiting for someone like you to listen.
You are stronger than you think you are.
Sa mga oras na nakakalimot ka, sa mga oras na nahihirapan ka, sa mga oras na nawawalan ka na ng pag-asa. Tandaan mo lang, ito ka, nandito ka pa.
Inspire, empower, motivate. Redefine how success is defined with Success Voices. Creating positive social change one success story at a time. Powered by VG8 Radio. VG8 Radio, the voices of greatness.
Hello, everybody. Great day, everybody. And welcome to another episode of Success Voices, where we spark positive social change one success story at a time. Now, before we proceed with our guest for today, this is Stephen J. Slemon from Vocal Blue Voices, and joining me tonight is Miss Pao from iVoice. Say hi, Pao.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode of Success Voices. Thank you for joining us this Saturday gabi. Saturday night na pala. Sorry about that. Ayun.
Indeed. And now, before we proceed with our guest for tonight, a quick recap of our previous episode where we invited several graduates from the 5th batch of the Certified Voice Artist Program, or CVAP. There was a total of 7, no? Wow.
A total of 7. A very, very high energy kind of episode yung time na yon. Grabe, naalala ko pa yung
mga tito.
Mga titos of batch 5. Hello, shoutout sa inyo if you guys are watching right now. Yes.
Indeed.
Dami 7.
We're so happy to have you guys here as part of the CVA family. And these seven guests we had last week were actually broken up into two groups, and each
Mhm.
one presented their own distinct skills through their dubbing and radio ads.
Na sobra
For
talagang mind-blowing actually.
indeed,
Kahit kami nun, like a lot of us were just seeing those outputs for the first time. Pas pare-pareho kaming mga nakaganyan lang sa screen na parang, wow. Oh my gosh, ang galing ng mga to. Yun.
ganun ka lang ba? I was
Yung buti
really
nga, hindi tayo
really
kita eh.
entertained.
Kasi talagang,
Yeah. So yes, that was from the dubbing and radio ads from Batch Five graduates. There was two groups, seven in total. Again, thank you, those graduates. Thank you guys for sharing with us your energy, your skill, and your own unique display of success. Best of luck on all your future endeavors.
actually, Chase, no, speaking of
Mm.
future endeavors, parang, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I think marami-rami sa atin ang medyo na-disrupt ng very light ang ating mga future endeavors. Like,
Ay,
for
yeah.
example, this 2020, a lot of us had so many plans, travel plans here and there, special moments, special things in store for us or in line with us for the year. Kaso, wala, as we all know, 'di ba, COVID-19 happened, the pandemic happened,
Stuff.
marami-raming na-disrupt na plans, and would you look at that? It's actually been a year, like nearly a year since
Yeah.
nag-start tayo with the lockdown and everything that we're experiencing right now. So it's both fast and insanely slow at the same time. Kasi parang fast kasi 'di ba parang pumikit lang tayo biglang March 2021 na all of a sudden. Pero slow kasi we don't know what's happening or parang every time we wake up in the morning, parang lagi tayong nangangapa sa kung anong dapat gawin or anong pwedeng mangyari. It took a while for people to actually adapt to this kind of situation, and up to the point na sa dami ng nangyayaring changes, people started to redefine what success means for them. Kasi 'di ba,
Yeah.
the world as we knew it suddenly came to a stop. Total change talaga siya. So along with it are people's perceptions na parang reassessing what success really means for them.
Yes. So going through with that. So for a lot of people nga, facing this reality of a new age, this new world that came about in 2020, their definition of success mostly from what we can tell, like on a general sense, na it has changed around just revolving around the whole idea of surviving throughout the pandemic. So
Mhm.
this meant for a lot that they had to reach that financial stability again, especially for those who lost work. So, so as we approach this new year of quarantine, a lot of people have taken the path of actually expanding their online presence in the digital world. So through that, parang dumami na yung opportunities for them to not only like stabilize their financial stature, while at the same time they were able to thrive throughout this pandemic because of these opportunities. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Ayun, so totoo nga yun 'no, parang all of a sudden everything's digital or not really everything, but a lot of things are digital. Suddenly there's a rise in e-commerce more than ever, and then talagang, Facebook Marketplace, parang lahat na yata tininda natin itong pandemic. We started off with what? Dalgona coffee. Guys, sa comment section naman diyan, mag-reminisce naman tayo with what's been happening the past year, 'di ba? May mga Dalgona coffee, ube pandesal, sushi bake, ano pa ba yung mga kung ano-anong naganap na pagtitinda or pagbe-business online. Like we have beauty products, we have all sorts of products na pwedeng pagkakitaan, and the channel, of course, that we're taking advantage of is digital. So, ayun, it
Masaya na ako sa
provided.
pansit.
Sorry?
Sorry.
What was that?
Masaya na ako sa pansit eh. Pero sige, go
Masaya
ahead.
sa pansit. At lumpiang Shanghai. Huwag natin kakalimutan ang lumpiang Shanghai.
Of course, wag naman.
Kailangan meron nun. So ito, meron tayong mga comments. Ube cheese pandesal, ang mga nagte-trending na items at the time. And may pa-plug in. Yan, beauty and you daw. Ayan. So I think it's a type of beauty, skincare. Ayan. So mga iba-iba talagang businesses ang nag-rise up thanks to, well, the channels. I mean, naging mas convenient for people to reach out to their audience thanks to the digital channels, which also
Indeed.
provided new opportunities for other people to have
Uh,
an additional source of income. Or if not an additional source of income rather, na fully, lalo na sa mga nawalan ng work. And to be honest, I was actually one of them. Yes, I was actually one of them na nawalan ng work nung time of the pandemic. So, ayun. And speaking of loss of income or rather loss of parang livelihood, it's actually one of the core purposes of the business of our special guest tonight na mag-provide ng
ah,
safe space for people to practice their craft and at the same time probably find something meaningful to it. Na parang, I am practicing my skills and my talents in the digital industry but maybe, baka nga pwede ko siyang gawing career. Ayan. So, simple lang. They envision a safe space where individuals can grow in their crafts while being able to have a source of income, all while also delivering utmost customer satisfaction to the clients that they handle. So actually, they're joining us tonight to talk about how everything came to be. Imagine in Mono, world
mm,
stopped as we knew it, pero suddenly may kind of business na talagang nag-thrive thanks to the situation.
yun
Parang
nga.
'di ba? Parang all of a sudden may magandang nadulot pa pala yung situation na that's new to everyone.
Mm,
But before we call in our guest, actually is right on backstage and naka-standby na rin siya dyan. But few minutes lang, let's just read a few comments because medyo active na ang ating comment section tonight from supporters, of course, of our guests.
yes.
Ayan, si Mother Mel, hello. May de Leon Velasco sending hearts and claps. Ayun.
Thank you.
Then, there we go. We have, ito. Magandang gabi, Pao Castillo and Steven Chase Lemon and to Success Voices. Oh my goodness. Kaya
Voices.
pa ba today?
Voices. Wow, come on, let's do it.
Ayan, hi Joss. Good evening. Good evening. Both voices are awesome collaboration team. Thank you so much for dropping by tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Tapos,
much.
meron lang, ganda daw ng pagka-red. Thank you. I love the pagka-red na ng aking hair.
I do also. Ay, sorry, black
Binati,
pala to.
tinulak talaga yung comment. Proud sa hair color. Ayun. So, Papa shout out, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Good evening. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you're staying for a while sa aming show. And share mo na rin sa ating friends there to join us tonight. Tapos, a few more. We have Great Day Success Voices. Hello, Jamie. Great day, great day.
Great day.
And si Marian. Hello, Marian. Hello, Pao and Chase. Marian is
Marian, hi.
actually one of our co-hosts here on Success Voices. Ayan, she should have been here tonight kaso some prior commitments were set first. So it's fine. It's okay, Marian. Thanks for joining pa rin sa comment section.
Thank you for dropping
And
by.
engage ka lang dito sa ating comment section ha so that we can still feel your presence here tonight.
No, we'll get you back here eventually, Marianne. Don't worry.
Ayan. So, thank you guys
Thank you
for
so much.
dropping by. Ito lang, may mga well wishes tayo from the collaboration team. Hope that you have your tummy filled before the show.
Oh, come on.
We'll get back to that later.
Teka, don't bring that up. No.
Don't bring that up. Naman namin bigla. Hindi, joke lang.
Nakafocus na ako eh. Kayo naman.
So, ayan, thank you guys for joining us on the comment section. Ang ingay kaagad. We've been only live for 13 minutes pero super dami na pumapasok na comments. And ito pa pala, I missed out on this. Hello, Sir Rene Yonos. Hello, SB team. Hello, Envoys.
Hello,
Ayan.
sir.
So, I guess we can proceed with what's in store for us this evening. So, without further ado, let's call in Chino Roque, the co-founder and creative director of Resonate and Engage Marketing Digital Services. Let's
Person
go
of
call him
perseverance.
in. Ayun. Hello, Chino.
Chino, good.
Hi,
Welcome,
Steven.
welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Nice to
Ayun.
be on board your program tonight. Really thrilled, really honored to be part of this. So yeah, how are you? How are you?
We're
We're
good, we're
doing-
good, Chino. And we would like to thank you for joining us tonight. Kasi talagang just to give our audience a backstory, parang biglaan lang yan Monday. Sabi ko, guys, gusto niyo bang mag-guest sa show ko? Sa show namin on Saturday. Because I think that the whole We'll be getting to that later, pero para lang may onti tayong patikim sa ating audience. So the moment I read through the backstory of Resonate, sabi ko, you know what? I want them here on Success Voices. And I'm pretty sure people can
Thank
learn a
you.
lot from how their story came about. So,
Thank
ayan, thank you
you.
so much for
Yeah,
accepting our
and that's
invite
what I
today.
think that's what Resonate is all about also na even
Mm.
though everything is a lot of short notice, the pandemic has been a very short notice for everybody to pack up and be ready to for the digital setting, diba? So I guess laging handa dapat yung ano yung yung term
Boy
for us,
Scout.
or at least yeah, Boy Scout.
Go lang ng
So
go.
yeah, sorry to cut
Kumbaga.
off, Pao. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We appreciate that insight kasi here
Mm.
on the um, Creative
Success
Voices
Voice.
family and yung actually also the one na nagbuhay din ng Success Voices, the CVA family, Creative Certified Voice Artist family. Ayan, we have this pochology. Hello, Sir Choi, if you're watching. We have this pochology that goes, availability is the best ability. So we're so glad that you're available to
Yeah.
accept our invite tonight para rin ma-share mo yung kwento natin at kwento nyo sa ating audience.
Indeed.
Thank
Chase,
you.
So, yeah.
anything else you'd want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm still stuck in the idea like he was greeting us kung kamusta na daw tayo. Ako gutom na ako. I was thinking about pancit for the entire time. I'm sorry.
Dahil
I
ano
was I was
anuhin
sidetracked.
nga natin tong sinasert, collaboration team ang
Stop.
nag-spark ng gutom. But
Look,
mag-spark muna tayo ng inspiration and ng successes tonight.
yes,
So,
that's what we're here for.
ayan. Proper mind setting and goal setting nga naman ang ating topic for tonight, which case our title is actually Finding Success in Trying Times. But before we get to any of that, Chino, can you tell us more about Resonate? What is it all about? What does it envision to be? And what's made you what made you guys set your mind to do something like this?
Mm.
Well, a short backstory on how Resonate came to be started, I think, when on day one mismo ng pandemic. So that was March, I believe, March 15 for everybody. And of course, like you, like many others, I lost my job. My job is part of, or at least I'm a coach and a business owner in Central Ground CrossFit. It's a CrossFit gym in BGC, and of course, I know that it's no limits when it comes to fitness nowadays, diba? So bawal na bawal siya in that sense. So me, a few other instructors, we all got in touch with one another. I do remember calling four of my friends from different fitness ideologies. Um, Pilates, yoga, and shadow boxing, which are very big and notable names in the industry, especially here in BGC. So I did call them up, and I did ask for advice. So I think with all of that happening, these advices coming in and out on how I can even set up my Zoom to teach online, for me was very much a big help. Nakakataba siya ng puso, especially hearing from people that are supposedly your competition in the business sense, right? So when that came to me, it actually hit me. The word resonate. It actually resonated in me that kindness can go around, right? In this world right now, especially during the pandemic, everybody started shutting their doors, being confined in their homes. So we thought about those people, our family, our friends who actually have no idea on what fitness is. Diba? And we wanted to reach out and help them at home, help them move. Because for me, the main, at least the most important thing for me, why fitness should be one of the more relevant things in our lives is that it's the best expression of health. If you're fit, you're definitely healthy, right? So, so with that, what happened is me and my sister, Francine, maybe you might have her in your show some other time soon for the business story. She's a hotelier, and of course, her, it's a different story. Ang dami ding pinagdaanan and a lot of conflicts happened. So with that, I reached out also to her and asked for advice on how I can pivot. And in that sense of pivot or adjusting, yeah, shout out to the fellow hoteliers watching from FR. Yeah, I'm reading the comments also. And I guess it's a joint forces. We did agree that Sector 4 or the non-essential industry will be left to fend for ourselves. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna feed our families, right? So with that, we said we made a pledge to reach out to as many people and as many businesses as we can to be able to highlight their skills, their services, their talents under one platform. So we managed to reach out to hotels, businesses such as different bus lines, COVID testing facilities, yeah, transportation lines, exactly, because we also managed to reach out to an airline. Aside from that, we also reached out to chefs, we reached out to artists, we reached out to musicians. And I don't know if you guys know, last year was the best manifestation of that, where we managed to give a community night for everybody. Jamming siya more or less, because I'm pretty sure everybody misses the going to
That's true. That's
concerts
true.
or gigs, right? I'm a big fan of that, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And it was nice to see people bring out a bottle of beer and actually drink and enjoy the night with us organically. It wasn't really out
Lovely.
on Facebook or on Instagram, but we just talk to the people that we train or exercise with or we hang out with, and we tell them, hey, there's something happening. Come check it out. From there, I think that's what resonate. That's how resonate came to be. Our vision of it continues to grow every single day. The team manages to evolve or come up with new ideas and how to at least be a better brand, a stronger brand. So and setting our mind into it, I would say that it was more on leaning towards kindness and gratitude. That for me is one of the bigger or the best currencies that we can do, especially in hard times. We can't be that type of person who's going to be aloof and just going to push people off, even though, of course, we need to practice social distancing and all. But that's what online is all about. You can get to set meetings in your pajamas, right? First thing in the morning.
Your underwear.
Keep, oh, so it managed to connect everybody that we know and give them this safe space, this
Right.
platform in the comforts of their own homes, without really going out. So yeah.
Ang ano nun, ang galing, Chino. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm so sorry for that background noise. Ayun. Um, yeah, the whole idea na kindness really goes a long way. Na parang, you know what it feels like to kind of um, yung situation na nawala ng work, and here you are, just even if you're also having those kinds of challenges, those kinds of struggles, parang ang nangyari, you don't want other people to feel that way also, kaya you guys just started to work with what you have and build up a community that's gonna help a lot of other people, not only those affected yung livelihood, but also yung mga, kumbaga, sparking the joy again, like yun nga, having pull up this comment again. There you go.
Resonate night. A Zoom
Yun talagang parang imagine mo, no, na even if you're stuck at home, may sense of camaraderie, may sense of still having fun, just chilling with people, with artists, with musicians, basically people who make other people feel more alive. But I'm pretty sure meron pa ring challenges along the way, 'di ba, Chase?
Yeah. So like with any I don't know endeavors like these, especially with the whole COVID thing, I'm sure there were like initial doubts or fears. Could you like expound or share with us if you have say in your mind, do you have a list of like parang paano kaya ako ganito, paano kaya ako ganyan, or like any does parang it probably won't happen like this or like that. Did you have any of those before you like undertook this venture? Sir Chino.
That's a really good question, Chase. And
Yes.
of course, in everybody's yung diskarte ng tao. Laging may doubt yan eh. I
Ah,
always talk to my sister about it when both of us are making decisions for people, right? Partnerships. There's always going to be pros. There's always going to be cons, and there's always going to be a reason to be afraid. But I think the more important thing is knowing, or at least sticking to your guns, or at least your cards. Diba? So
yes, yes, tama.
I wanted to deliver, or we as Resonate wanted to deliver quality service, or at least we wanted to get people off of their houses, their heads,
Mm.
and give them that space to believe, to have hope in. So
Hope.
with that, the doubts, the fears were actually easily distinguished. Like I can easily put it aside, but it's always gonna be. I'm always gonna be going back to those. Like those are also part of my whys. I
Mm.
also want to break down. Like a while ago, I was talking about fitness uniting under one platform. I want to break down the barriers that separate different
Okay.
ideologies. Diba? Like studios, of course, we are supposed to be, I mean, as businesses, competition, but I wanted us to highlight one another. And having that fear that I might be trampling onto maybe yung contract nila, a breach in something, right?
I see,
Actually
I see.
propelled me to stick to my cards and say that this is, or at least the whole reason of Resonate, why we give fitness free for friends and family is out of goodwill. There is no competition here. Someone came to me and asked, parang,
Ganda.
Coach, is this going to be against our code of ethics, or at least breaching our contract? Sabi ko, well, it's up to you what you want to think about this or this other platform that you're hearing about. But us, this is for free. Us, this is kindness. Us, we just appreciate, or we ask for, the only thing that we want na bayad would be yung gratitude. Na parang, thank you, coach. It makes me feel alive, especially as a coach, especially part of a non-essential business. It's a tiring part of my day setting up, like us backstage a while ago. We
Uh,
were testing everything, internet connection,
mm.
audio, right?
Oh yeah.
Right,
Even
right.
even the blocking, itong blocking ng screen ko is all thought about, right? The lighting, and it's
Very beautiful,
usually
by the way.
a
Ito nga
thing.
meron nang pumasok na comment, awesome interior design daw.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. But yeah, it's a lot of thoughts. It's a lot of time, and it's a lot of anxiety. I have to say, the online
Mm.
setting most especially. Anytime from now, we can get cut off, and our show will be, diba? We will be suffering because of lack of internet or what. So
Yes.
uh,
That is a
with
problem.
that, I guess it's all
Never
about
nawawala.
my motto naman, which is tupad, or TUPAD. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
If you say
Amazing.
something, if you promise something, deliver whatever it is. Don't falter.
Sticking to what you
That's all.
promise.
Parang yung speechlessness ko parang, oo nga, wait lang pa ako magsalita ka, wait lang. Na-speechless sa sa how, and I don't know, because personally, I felt how heartfelt that was. Parang, even if parang Chino was just answering the question, nandun yung puso niya sa sinasabi niya. And it translates also to the audience. And if I'm gonna pull this up, it's from Mother Mel, si Mother
Oh,
Mel,
grabe.
napaka-casual. Si Mother Mel, ayan. This is the comment she sent in hope. That's what Resonate gave me. So these are some of those who are active on our comment section right now are actually part of the Resonate community. And you see their comments na talagang nagtatranslate talaga yung yung puso, kumbaga, yung puso ni Resonate is just, overflowing and being passed on to the community itself.
Indeed. And that really resonated. Yung purpose is like, I really understood that on a personal level, I guess.
Ayun nga di ba parang naging personal din. Parang, I know Chino was just answering a question or just sharing his experiences, but I'm pretty sure not only to me and Chase, but also to the people listening right now, parang
Mm.
merong sariling impact yon sa mga buhay nila, sa mga buhay namin. And that's really great kasi parang We're just here talking about probably businesses, probably situations that are uniquely kay Chino, uniquely to
Mm,
our guests, but our audience can still relate. Kapag yung mga hosts nakaka-relate. So thank you for sharing that and inspiring us tonight. Ayan, speaking of
very
inspiring,
inspiring.
ayan, we can see it's a comment section na even
Oh,
those who aren't part of the Resonate community, uh, ayan, nag-shout out pala din si Miss Francine kay Mother Mel. Ayun. Even those who aren't part of the Resonate community na raramdaman nila, kumbaga, yung
and from
sincerity in your
Marianne.
words
Yeah.
and yung puso, kumbaga, sa sinasabi nyo. And then there you go from Mother Mel again. Love you, Resonate team. So to our audience right now, kitang-kita nyo naman ang camaraderie ng Resonate community, ng Resonate team. It's full house dito ang support and inspiration.
You can just feel the support. Talaga ramdam na ramdam mo.
Totoo, totoo. And wait lang meron tayong comment from VJ8 Radio mismo. Ayan, baka pwede
Ooh.
nating sagutin before we head over to our next segment.
Oh. And
Hi,
Coach,
VJ Radio.
yeah, let's read that
you can,
aloud.
you can find our workouts either in Instagram or Facebook. Right now, we have two pages. One would be Resonate Community on Facebook. All the workouts are published at the beginning of the week. Usually a 45-minute class until an hour and 30, depende sa coach. And again, it's a free space. The coach, they usually ask me, Coach, what do I teach? I'm like, it's up to you, man. Whichever workout that you want to bring out, whatever is the best exercise for you, or if you want to hold a yoga class and then a CrossFit class after, sure, do it. Another thing that you can visit also would be our website. Yeah, we launched the website. It's www.resonateasia.com. So aside from our Instagram, our Facebook, you guys can check that out. Everything is in there. All the links in our bio. So yeah, hoping that you guys can jump in.
Thank you, Chino.
Thank you
We'd
so
love
much,
to. We'd love to check it out then, and which is great. Na parang readily available din siya, and you guys are doing it again with parang out of your own will. Na kumbaga still puso ang binibigay, kumbaga. So, ayun. And speaking of puso at nasa puso ang ginagawa, we'll be calling in Chino again in just super short while lang to expound more on everything that he has already started sharing with us. I'm pretty sure dun pa lang onting guys, pa lang yun, teaser pa lang yun ha. Teaser pa lang yun. Pero we can
Stay
already
tuned. We've
see
got
how,
more.
yes, we got more. Exactly, Chase. And kitang-kita naman natin sa ating comment section how engaged already ang ating audience. But speaking of binibigay ang puso sa ginagawa, we'll be pulling up this video actually that is sent in by one of our resident Taga Dubs. So,
Yes.
puso, binibigay ang puso sa craft at sa ginagawa. Tingnan nga natin muna kung anong ganap dito sa Taga Dub na ito. So, Chino will be calling you in a little while. So, chill muna tayo ng slide. We'll catch you again in a few.
Indeed. All right, so let's pull up that video, shall
nagmamadali, ha? Ha?
20 tickets? Paano mo nagagawa to?
Hindi ko alam. Marami pa nga ako sa bahay nito eh. Tinitingnan ko lang pag malungkot ako.
Ang tinutukoy niya ay si Regional Debit. Sorry. Digital sabi ko ba? Digital. Ang tinutukoy niya ay si Regional Deputy Commander Miller. Hindi siya nakatakot, kid.
Ay, salita pa ako, nakamute pala. Ayun no, ulitin natin. Ayun no.
Wow.
So, that was from Moises Leona, Success Voices Tech Master. Hello, Moy. Shout out dyan
Yes.
sa ating backstage. And Creative Voices resident Taga Dub. Yan, send in this video to us para naman meron tayong onting glimpse sa kung paano nga ba maging isang Taga Dub.
Yes, yes. Very insightful video nga from Moises. Thank you so much. He's also our tech man for a lot of shows here on VGA Radio. So again, thank you, Moises, for showing us that brief moment in the life of being a Tagadub. Okay.
All right. So, before we call in our guest back, magbasa muna tayo ng comments dito. May mga Adan. So, let's just pull this back up. The link, www.resonateasia.com for the live workout links. So, ayun. Inviting you guys to check out the site for more information.
Yep.
Then, sige, mag-pull out muna tayo.
It'll also help you
Paulit
reach that.
daw. Can we pa-comment ulit kung ano yung aming uulitin, please?
I'm sorry.
Paulit daw. May request tayo. Which one will we be showing? Maybe it's the link. So sige,
link?
let's pull that up again.
Alright.
It's www.resonateasia.com.
Yes, let me repeat that. It's www.resonateasia.com for your live workout links. This will help you reach that dream beach bod that you've always been wanting to get.
Sakto pa summer na, di ba?
Yes, stay within your homes, get that beach bod, be happy about yourself, drink water, eat properly, resonate.
May instant tagline tayo dito.
Out of the top of my head.
Yan talaga, on the go-getter tayo dito lagi. Sabi nga ng Resonate kanina, di ba? We have to be always prepared and go lang. Ganon. So, meron tayong mga... wait, let me just...
we got more pala, yeah. We got more comments.
So, from Francine, who's actually Chino's sister and co-founder then of Resonate Asia. Very, very active, very, very supportive on our comment section. So, ayan. Sending her well wishes and shout-outs to those who are also commenting on our stream tonight. Yun. So, sige, I think
we can call back our guest, si Sir Chino Roque.
Let's
Sir,
go.
Let's pull you back in, sir. Yeah, welcome back. We've got Sir Chino, welcome back.
Hi again, everyone.
I hope you've got a good drink of water and siguro nakakagat man lang kayo ng konting sa sandwich nyo kung meron man kayo dyan.
Sure did.
And we've actually got we've actually got a few more questions that really digs into what Resonate is all about, which Pao will be asking you because she's been really enthusiastic about asking these questions.
Kita-kita naman si reaction ko kanina.
If you only knew. Ayan, so Pao, would you kindly...
Ayun. So, yes. So, Chino, let's focus naman now more on though, again, what we mentioned earlier, meron na tayong onting teasers from your intro earlier, but let's focus naman now on the mind and goal setting behind Resonate. So, I mean, diba, it's the pandemic, and so many of these challenges that we're encountering now, parang we've never encountered before. Lahat tayo, first time natin to ma-experience and ma-encounter, but yun, as you discussed earlier, di ba, parang Resonate was able to thrive despite all that. So, tell us more about that. Can you share with us, meron ka bang parang goal setting process? Do you have these, let's say,
Mm.
intermediate, short term, long term goals? Yung ganong,
Oo.
how do you course through that process? And if ever, how do you think goal setting helps you keep yourself on track with what you want to do?
Okay, that's a very good question, Pao. Definitely not a very easy one to answer. Simply because in the beginning of the pandemic, we didn't know if it was going to be a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, one
Yeah.
year thing. A lot of uncertainty was there. So
Yes, indeed.
personally, I took it one day at a time. Future plans were at least had to put on hold. I really had to put them on hold because they were big, big plans. Um, to be example, well, at least some examples would be life plans, to be honest. And it's really sad to feel that whatever I did plan will not push through. I'm all about plans, all about short term, all about midterm or at least long term planning, and having maybe the culmination of all of those plans be set aside was really, really heartbreaking for me.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, taking it one day at a time, I would say, was all about consistency, all about hard work,
Yes.
because it's so hard to stay consistent at home. You make promises to be on a diet, you make promises to train, you make promises to even sleep early or do something, and it's so easy to set it off, right? But the actual
Sorry.
means of being able to come in and do it, um, for me, one reflection to that was working out. You'd find me working out maybe 11, 2 a.m. sometimes,
Wow, okay.
just trying to squeeze in what I told myself or what I wrote for myself for the day, because I write my own exercises and I
Right.
do it. So it's basically for me, it's a common saying that I got from my lola, whoever, my lola P to be exactly, na if you don't eat
Mm.
that grain of rice, hahanapin mo siya in your lifetime. You spend the rest of your time looking for them before you go to heaven. So for me, every rep, every day, every exercise for me had to be, well, of course, taken care of or done.
Mm.
And with that, it carried over to a lot of things. I had the habit of learning how to give my dog a shower, because usually I just bring him to the groomers, right?
Ah.
New habits at home. Um, Habit actually is one of the more important things that I'd like to stress out. Have a certain habit that you will commit to. For me, it would be sticking towards healthier choices of food or
Food.
nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, it's always going to be available right in front of you. It's going to be lechon or sinigang or whatever. But I did give myself a goal that I do want to shed a certain amount of weight, or at least convert fat into muscle within 4 months. So I'm on month number 2, moving to month number 3 now, and I'm guessing that it's also really good to have those short-term, long-term goals. For Resonate, I would say the short-term goal was to deliver that service. So we didn't really we didn't really put, or at least put aside that much time to say, now let's think about this, let's plan this. It was all about, okay, tomorrow let's launch whose game. And I think that's our brand DNA. Of course, it would be perfect to have everything planned out, pros and the cons. But like we were talking about earlier, the hesitations, the doubts. You really have to put your foot forward to get something done. If you
Yeah.
don't, if you set that aside, if you even hesitate or blink, you lose it to somebody else, or you lose it for good, right? There's
Indeed.
always momentum, and you really need to ride momentum every single time that it's given to you. If you say na tomorrow na lang, tomorrow you'll wake up and it's raining, and it's not a good time to ride. For me, I ride bikes also, so every chance that I see that the sun is out, I'm gonna say that, okay, today's a good time to ride. I'll do it.
Bike.
Yeah, whatever the cost
Wow.
is. So
Mhm.
that was mind setting. In the longer sequence of, or at least the longer span, or at least long-term goals of Resonate, we want to evolve more into a brand that will incentivize or at least give back to the people who have supported us. Maybe the coaches who started with me, the back end team, of course, the amazing team, the marketing team who's working in keeping everything together. Despite binagyo na kami, 'di ba? We've had certain scares, COVID scares. Of course, luckily we weren't hit, but the team wasn't hit. But yeah, luckily, and we're very blessed that no our families and everybody is still safe. But um, we want to incentivize that and provide more jobs, provide more opportunities to different people. For me, that's what we need right now. When everything is shutting down, we want to be that platform that opens its doors and has everybody coming in their own accord. We're not forcing them. We're not telling them na bukas ganito, or we're not even bribing them. The DNA is supposed to come out, that, or at least their attitude, their personality is supposed to come out, that they should be able to rise to the occasion without any hesitation and without any thought of what do I get in return. When I talk to people and I hear that now, what do I get in return? I'm like, come on, man. um, Parang in my head after a call, parang,
It's not all about that. Come on.
oh, ayos naman, dude. I came to you as a friend. I came to you as somebody that wants to help. And I hope that you're also in it. If you're not, then it's okay. People are going through different things, and we should all understand that, you know. So yeah, that I would say would be mind setting for Resonate as we start off.
I'd like to highlight yung part na sinabi ni Chino about yung, kumbaga, sige, go, launch na tayo, ganon. Kasi there's also that another, I'm bringing also back a pochology, which is from Sir Choi, na parang, when you're stuck with the whole, pag masyado ka na stuck sa whole planning process or just letting your doubts and hesitations get in the way, while you're stuck in that, other people are making your plans happen. So parang, imbes na it's on you, parang, kumbaga, it doesn't matter if you were the first one to think of it, kung hindi mo naman siya inaksyonan, and you just let everything else like stop you, edi, wala, it's, other people are gonna make it happen for you, and sayang, kasi you were already there, and you had
Nowadays,
all sorts of
action is what makes everything.
opportunities to, exactly. So, meron yung sinasabi na parang, it's not ready, aim, fire. It's like, fire muna, tapos, okay, how do we do this now? Ganon, nandyan na eh. Parang kumbaga, so you have your one foot forward, one foot's there. So, how do we get the other foot back or into it? So, that's where we gather everyone, that's where we gather all the help and all the support that we can get. So, thanks for that, Chino.
Thank
Chase,
you also.
anything else? Ito.
No,
Never
you
waste a good crisis. I like this, FR. Thank you.
very nice. Well, for me, you just took everything out of my mouth again. You were very enthusiastic. And so, yeah, it's very... Ano ba sasabihin ko? I've already said everything, but ayan, I guess I can just actually thinking back to it, as you were going through this process, actually, there's like, I'm sure on a daily basis you go through like a variety of situations as you progress, diba? Now, how do you, Sir Chino, how do you like personally categorize each situation in a way na parang, oh, this situation is aligned with my goals, or oh, I shouldn't engage with this any further. It's not aligned with my goals. Like, ganong klaseng, yeah, how do you approach those kinds of situations? How do you categorize them?
Ayun nga, sinasabi nga ni Chino earlier, parang, go, game tayo. Pero, syempre, there are those instances na, wait lang, is this aligned with what I want to happen? Is this not aligned with what I want to happen? So, something to that effect.
Oh yeah. As we do set off in making decisions, or at least moving towards our goals, there are also things that we should be in reservation to. Parang, some things that will be questionable and we might need to think twice at. Of course, end of the day, it's also gut feel, and that gut feel is gonna resonate towards your core values. And I think that's also important in most businesses. or in most brands. People, influencers, everybody's going to be coming in and establishing their own brand and knowing which brands or which actions will resonate towards them. And for me, every day, I always go back to my whys. Why do I
Mm.
exercise? Why do I and my sister want to merge non-essential industries together? Um, why is it important, diba, to at least have fitness, help help the hospitality, help the travel industry, and so on. Of course, all of that was because of what my sister have already agreed upon as we started. It was all about kindness. It was all about, hey, my sister came to me, you don't have work, let me help you. What I need in return, at least, the only thing that you can give me is whatever you can. And for me, it was fitness. I can offer 1,000 people. We're close to 1,000 followers on Instagram,
Ooh.
and yeah, very excited to have that happen at least before we celebrate our 1 year anniversary. But thinking about all those whys propels me forward, and erases all of that doubt, all of that uncertainty. um, yeah, I think that would be my thought process, which is always back to your whys. Whatever the struggle is, assess it, think twice, but don't think too long.
Mm.
So yeah.
Thank you, Sir Chino. Yeah, yeah, that definitely resonated again with how I believe things should go. Because one thing that you said, regarding like if you're having trouble, yeah, I'll help you. What do I want in return? Just whatever you can. Just be yourself.
Mm,
I'll help you as long as you be you and do the best version of yourself that you can.
mm.
So yes, I understand
Nauso
that.
nga naman yung mga dalgona coffee, mga ube pandesal, diba? So, para sa akin, I really did appreciate my students sending me those little things, Shout out to some of my students who offered alcohol. It was a nice gift to receive. Pero syempre, as a coach, I need to show everybody that I need to be that example, right? If I can't walk the talk and tell them not to avoid those extra calories um, in their nutrition regimen, right? So
Mm, 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 mm.
you gotta walk the talk. So yeah,
Galing,
yeah.
Sir
Shout out
Chino.
to Andrew who's watching, who said, "Don't think too long." Yeah.
So, Sir Chino, yeah, the mga situation na to, sometimes, although inevitably, there are times that you may like become overwhelmed as you're going on with your business. How do you get yourself back? Say, well, I guess you stick to your whys now, pero like how do you like do you apart from your whys, do you like get back to your main idea? Do you go back to your brand story or something like that, just to parang face off against the idea na I'm getting overwhelmed, but I can still do this. Kumbaga, like,
Yeah.
ganun. Oo.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I think
Mm.
being overwhelmed means that you failed to do a certain task when you're supposed to, right?
Mm.
So work piles up. Problems will pile up if you don't assess it right away. And again, time is like for many of us. I'd love to always be speaking in a positive sense, but I do also believe in the mantra, or at least the saying that everybody dies. Memento mori. I think it was a term coined by Marcus Aurelius. I
Yes.
read philosophical books once in a while, and that really stuck to me that my time is fleeting. Like
Indeed.
again, if I spend too long, if I hesitate too much, I'm not gonna get a lot of things done. Um, and it also goes towards things that I learned when I was part of the when I was back at playing football for high school, college. A coach of mine came to me and told me that I needed more composure.
Mm.
You get rattled by a lot of things. That certain coach was a coach that was more or less a terror to everybody because he would be shouting, cursing, smoking a cigarette in front of you, even hitting you in front of your friends, your family, or even your parents, and he doesn't really care. Bad boy talaga. But um, I learned a lot there that when people are shouting, when all of this noise is happening, ambulance sirens, they're all coming out. What what makes you execute a certain task perfectly? If all of these noise, all of this distraction is coming towards you, say for example, you're shooting an arrow, right? Um, how will you shut all the noise down and be able to hit bullseye?
Focus.
That for me is always number one, or at least on top of my mind setting. Na I'm tired. I want to give up. I'm in pain. My hands are bleeding in a workout. How do I execute this properly without making a mistake? I've also had a career in flying planes, or at least I did start studying and have had some flying hours. And for me, that's the best part of flying a plane. For me, is not taking off or cruising, but for me, landing. I like the action. I like how things are going uh, extra fast. For some, you're rushing towards a pavement, and the most important thing that you got to do is deliver a soft, or at least a landing that you and your passengers will be safely appreciating. In some terms, if some of my pilot friends are tuned in, of course, it's something called chichas. The wind is strong, the conditions aren't perfect, but to land the plane perfectly without within grace and all of that pressure, for me is number one. That whenever I land the plane and I'm done, I'm shutting down the engine. I'm like, thank God for that great landing. I have a perfect day right now. Or even just any landing, for me is the best, because that for me is one of the terms that one of my what do you call that, flight instructors always say, basta buhay pare. I go, sorry Cap. Sabi ko, sorry Cap, that's a hard landing, a positive landing as what we call it. And then, okay lang yan. Basta buhay. Check mo yung gulong mamaya, baka may bumutok na or natanggal yung gear. Sige Cap, check ko yan.
And it really revolves around mindset. Wow.
Tsaka keeping calm, no? That's, I think,
Composure, yeah.
composure plays an
Maintaining your
important role.
composure.
Especially now na, again, I guess there's also that, I'm taking it from the logic of landing a plane, na parang, sometimes you know what you have to do, but there's also that side na parang hindi mo alam if something can happen. May uncertainty pa din na, you know, everything's unchecked, your equipment is fine, you know how to do this, pero you know at the back of your mind na this is still quite a dangerous task to do, or meron, you know, there's still that one something that baka biglang, I don't know, may biglang ibon na maano sa propeller or something like that. But then, yeah, I guess the whole how you would think of the situation, how you would perceive it, yun nga, parang, what's this? One of the quotes also shared with us is like parang perception is sometimes more important than your reality. Minsan, na parang with how your mind works is doon pa rin nagbe-base, parang doon pa rin magpo-follow through lahat ng ginagawa natin. And what I like about yung shinare mo just now, Chino, no, na parang hindi siya systematic in a sense, na parang, you know, I would get back on track by doing a to-do list, or by prioritizing, ganun. Pero parang more of personal pa din. More of personal approach, which I think is can be applied by anyone who's listening right now.
Yeah, to add to that, I'd say na parang, yeah, people have that to-do lists or those things that will reorganize their lives. But the more important thing is knowing how to troubleshoot all of that. You know, we have a script, of course, but what if we lose it? Diba? And the backup plan, there is no backup plan to that. Will everything just implode? So that's where your attitude when it comes to danger or any hazard or any crisis comes into play.
Thank you, Chino. Alam mo yung
Thank
parang
you,
gusto kong
thank you.
gusto ko mag-grab ng notebook ngayon. Manonood nga ako ng replay mamaya. Magga-grab ako ng mga notes dito for some things that would serve as inspiration to not to me mostly. Parang gusto ko sila ilagay dito sa wall, gano'n. Tapos iko-quote natin, Chino Roque, ganyan. So,
Mm.
ayun. So, thank you for sharing that. And, of course, I know parang marami-rami ka nang na-share and up to the point na gusto ko nang humugot ng notebook. But for those who's like tuned in right now, wait lang. But before I get to that, let me just pull this up. True that there is no backup plan. Troubleshoot lang. So again, shout out to Sir Choi. Sir Choi, parang ikaw yung nagsasalita ngayon. Like how you guys are um coursing through things or how you guys are sharing your experiences with us is a lot like how the voice master Sir Choi also shares his own experiences. Na parang he's also the type of person who's like, anong plan B? Walang plan B, plan D, plan A lang. Tas kung may pumapalya sa plan A, paano na again? Troubleshooting. How can we address it? How can we work our way around it to still make it happen? Ayun. So, actually, ang dami na nating natututunan at this point. And for those who are like tuned in right now, I'm pretty sure despite all of the quotable quotes that we're already hearing, meron pa din dyang doubtful. Meron pa din dyang kahit naririnig nila na okay, go-getter attitude, okay, sabak lang, okay, no plan A, ay no plan B, troubleshoot lang. Pero there's still that doubt echoing at the back of their heads. There's still that hesitation to go for what they want to go for. So, what would be your tips for people who are doubting to pursue something for themselves? And how can you spark or ignite that go-getter attitude that you're sharing with us tonight? Yung ganyang attitude, how can you personally, what do you think is your way of igniting that din sa ibang tao?
So tips on how to ignite. Are you saying tips on how to ignite that
That kind of
attitude?
parang to slowly not listen to the self-doubts that they're having or
Yeah.
syempre nandyan pa rin yan at the back of your head, but how can we parang not slowly not listen to that and still pursue something that's kumbaga meant for us?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like there's a sorry.
go ahead. No
Yeah,
worries.
I was just thinking like if there's like a person out there like they know that they want to pursue this certain thing but tinatamad lang sila. What would you like say to them that like inspire them or spark that attitude in themselves now that they can do that and they're just the only barrier, the only thing that's keeping them from achieving that goal is themselves or something to that effect. Like what would be your tips? Yeah.
Well, I kind of see already how I can answer this, but for me, it's more an exposure. Not exposure with COVID, but that's a joke. Sorry, but an exposure to different things. We'd love to do something. I was a football player all my life,
Yes.
but of course, trying out something new made me find different passions. It will always spike up, spike down. I see a lot of people now getting into biking, right? And for me, you'll never know if you don't take that first shot at things. So with that, it also goes with finding inspiration, that motivation to get you off your seat. Ano ba what is it talaga? Or is that a lot of self-talk? I did study psychology back in college, and I always remind myself of two types of motivation. One would be intrinsic, what I seek for myself, how I reward myself. Because end of the day, it's only going to be me who's going to be counting all of these blessings. Diba? I'm not going to be shouting it out to everybody and publishing. I wanted something. I'm usually the type of guy that if I do something, maybe a race or I want something, I'm just going to probably go home, cook a favorite meal, and then sit down and chill. That for me is that simple. My personal reward. Some people are also extrinsically motivated, having small gifts, having money, having praises coming from people. it works for them. And handling now that I'm also handling clients who are going through their own personal journeys into fitness, I also get to listen into how they motivate themselves or what are the roadblocks for them. So it's also an opening. It's also a good application of what I learned back in college, listening to people and trying to see what the best method is to get them still
understand.
motivated to do the certain task,
Mhm.
right? Because we all have tasks. Every day we gotta wake up at a certain time and live our
Yeah.
day to do that great daily grind, right?
Uh,
And sino ba or ano ba ang magmo-motivate sa atin? It's gonna be first some of the gentlemen there, their lovely wives and families, diba? For some of those who are the yuppies, of course, the idea of becoming the next multimillionaire, diba? And for kids, of course, to live their passion. Ako, as a kid, always wanted to be an astronaut, always wanted to be
yeah.
a sports star. Diba? I always, aside from that, I wanted to be a soldier, of course, but
A
with
mix
a
of
lot of
many things.
with a lot of that right now, of course, I had to push those ideas aside and go for something that is more practical or at least part of my short term, at least yung maaabot ngayon. So I hope that answered your question.
Definitely
Okay.
did.
It
Thank
most
you.
definitely.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Chino. It's just really basically understanding also, I guess, how you personally work or how you, kumbaga, what would work for you or what wouldn't work for you, I guess. Ano, Chase, anything to add to that?
Uh, I'm actually just reflecting on myself and how to apply whatever research I just said.
Sabi ko nga, di ba? Yung talagang
Ang dami kong
kukuha na ako ng notebook talaga dito. Parang,
Uh,
ay, wait lang, nag-host nga pala ako. Host nga pala kami ng show. Wait lang.
Well, kung para
Ayun.
sa ibang tao, ito para sa akin. I'm trying to apply it to myself kasi, putek, oh nga, this is me. Parang ako yung kinakausap ni Sir Chino.
Parang ako din yata. Yun na, wait
Yeah.
lang. So I guess we know what we're doing tonight. Manood ng replay at mag-notes ng mga quotable
Very much.
quotable quotes.
As I
Ayan.
consume my pansit, no?
Talagang babalik tayo sa... Gutom na si Chase, guys.
Look, it's 8 o'clock.
So, ayun. Grabe. Like, for a
That
while,
was
we were just talking about medyo business and medyo side ng livelihood opportunities. Then, we're just coursing through it ng mind setting and goal setting up to the point na parang nawawala na tayo sa reality na, ay, wait lang, live. Guys, wait lang, live nga pala to. Live nga pala to. Hindi ako pwedeng kumuha ng notebook dito at yung pala nakaganyan na buong time. Joke lang. But, ayun. So, actually, we've been having more comments here. Ipo-pull up ko sana yung comments pero people are discussing dinner na sa comment section. So, guys, wag mo manginggit. Si Mother Mel, ayan, no, nagyayaya na ng mga dinner nyo, guys. Ayan.
Very, very timely din to with Sir Chino and the whole fitness deal kasi, and sa sobrang hilig natin kumain, I'm sure, we're gonna need some way to shed all those pounds off, na sir. That's one thing. And to figure out, naging food naging
kain talk bigla.
I'll be honest, Chase, I love food. That's one of the things why I work out, and one of my motivations also. I'd love to indulge in maybe even a pint of ice cream after the end of the night.
Pint lang, sir. Pint lang.
Pwede naman balde.
Isang galon naman. I'm sorry. Go on.
But yeah, for me, that's how I can tell myself that I deserve my reward. If I get good hard work done, mahirap yung task,
reward system.
Especially after this show, I'm pretty sure you'll be rewarding yourself with that pancit already. Mainit na siya, Chase. So, lalagyan mo na ng kalamansi.
Sige, i-bring up na rin natin to. Nagayaya ng sinigang sa comment section.
Damn.
Si Mother Mel. Very mother, no? Hanggang sa comment section, guys, kain na, kain na. Ganon.
I just wanted to inspire people, and now I'm hungering myself to death. Great. That's
And ayun, no, since before we end up, parang sparking hunger na instead of sparking positivity dito, bago po tuluyang maging kain
I'm
talk
sorry.
ang Success Voices. Chino, can you feel free to promote anything that you want to promote to our
Yes.
audience
Yes.
and parang kumbaga parting words before we fully wrap up the portion of the show tonight.
Yeah, sure. First, thank you too for at least the group for having us on board Resonate. It was an honor. We're really uh, thrilled or at least blessed to be able to share with everybody what this initiative is all about. Um, for the people watching or for our friends, our family who we actually built Resonate for. Um, we want to at least give you guys a shout out or at least that much love that you guys deserve, even if it's online, for supporting us. The continuous effort of coming in and out of these online classes. I mean, even though it's just one click away, it's also very much appreciated. I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are going to online meetings also appreciate na yung ka-meeting mo, bukas yung camera. I know
That is
there,
true.
Very.
there's a certain movement right now. Parang, why do I need to keep my camera on during meetings? But for me, it's presence. It's so easy to divide our presence with so many things, especially that we can work from home. Like right now, I can walk around and wash the dishes while being in this call. But
Right, right.
to be able to set that 1 hour aside for fitness, for your life, for your friends,
Thank you
is
so much.
the highest amount of support that you can give somebody, especially in this time. And it's all about showing that during Resonate, for Resonate at least. What I want to plug would be first and foremost, of course, our community.
Mm.
Feel free to just jump in. We'll be welcoming you with both arms anytime. In any of our fitness classes or in any of our services. If you do want to subscribe to any of our services, we would do our best to at least deliver what you want or what you need. Aside from that, I am also teaching in a current location. I own a gym in BGC. It's called Central Ground CrossFit. Big shout out to my gym and all of our athletes. We call them athletes, yes. And aside from that, I've also launched my own personal training program, where, of course, most of what we talked about, such as nutrition, exercise, even mind setting, is a part of that personal training program because
Nutrition.
I think that's what's more important right now in terms of trainers or in the fitness industry. You just can't write an exercise and hope that your client is going to do it or at least follow the plan. Diba?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
with that, I really need to at least shell out a couple of at least a good half of my day talking to a number of clients for the next 3 days, Mondays to Wednesdays, to be able to tell them that this is the plan, this is how we stick to it. What's the problem? How do we assess it? Right? Francine over here commented that join the Chino Tuesdays online. It's Tuesdays at 5:30. Yes, I still give group classes online. So if you guys want to check that out, or at least just want to say hi, come by. You'll see all our links in Facebook and on Instagram. So yeah, that's all for me. Thank you so much, everybody. And hoping that 2021 would be the day that we all get to meet each other personally. And at least what do you call that? Collect at least every seed that we planted during 2020. Because for me, that was that was our chance to at least lay out the foundation of God's bigger plan or our bigger plan.
Indeed.
Agree, I
Limitado
agree.
yung time, and so only 1 year that 1 year is given to you. There's a vaccine now, but I also want to remind everybody that even though that there's a vaccine out right now, be a little bit more vigilant because the cases are rising. currently, I think in the news, we saw a spike to 3,000 cases, and
Right,
that for
right.
me is alarming. We were
It's
down to
going
a
up.
thousand already,
I think it was
and just
3,400 recently.
exactly.
Mm.
So just as we roll out the vaccine, a little patience might help in just keeping these at-home habits in hand, right? So yeah, that's all for
Quadripa.
me, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you again,
Thank you.
Chino, for joining
Thank you,
us
Chino.
tonight. Grabe
So
pa
so
din yung
so much.
insights that we got from you and for spending an hour of your Saturday night here on Success Voices. And we're glad that Success Voices was parang kumbaga became a part of your channel to promote your
Mm.
insights, your way of doing things, and it's very, very much aligned to what Success Voices is really all about. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Mm. Yes. Thank you, Sir Chino, once again.
Ayan, sige.
Putting
We'll
gold.
be catching you again soon and definitely visiting your classes and checking out the website of resonateasia.com, resonateasia.com here on below. It's flashed here. So know more about Resonate. Visit www.resonateasia.com.
.com.
And once again, thank you, Chino. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.
Enjoy, everybody. Have a happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Likewise, Sir
See you
Chino.
soon.
Bye.
Ayun, no? Wait lang.
There's a reason. All right, I'm gonna visit that. Mamaya.
Ngayon na. Alam mo yung
May,
feeling na yung feeling na parang ako nag-CVAP ulit. Parang si VM yung nagsasalita. Parang
yeah,
may ganong sense of fulfillment, I guess, with the thoughts that Chino is sharing with us tonight. Very, very pochology talaga, actually.
yes, and not only that, yung mga practices that we shared dito sa I don't wanna say, but I mean like this is creative voices, like the kind of camaraderie that we have. It's like this.
Exactly.
It's like the same amount of like the same vibe that they're trying to like do. So that was very 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 nice to see because it's like hindi lang pala dito sa creative voices. There are people
Yun
out
nga.
there. There are people out there who are also attempting to do actually just you just out of goodwill to help people out and push through this pandemic and thrive talaga.
Totoo, totoo.
Yes.
And it's making people look forward to actually being part of the Resonate community, a Resonate team, 'di ba? To because na talagang alagang-alaga ang mga tao, ang team, and we can see it sa comment section tonight. They're very, very lively. Nagayayaan na nga mag-dinner sa comment section. O, 'di ba? Binalik pa rin natin.
Ano ba naman?
Ayun.
I was
So,
I was
thanks
trying to
daw from Mother Mel. Ayan.
thank you
Mother Mel,
po.
sana natiran mo kami ng iyong beef sinigang. Ayun. So,
I'm gonna
wait,
need to
let
go
me...
here again.
Ayun. So,
www.resonateasia.
sige, mag-change tab ka na. Change tab, wait lang ha. Mag-change tab lang kami, visit na kami ng website.
I have to earn what I eat. Okay.
And very much, I think, rewarding din naman ang ating show tonight. It was an hour well spent with our guests. And, ayun nga, no, sa parang, ang daming naging ganap. Chino shared with us all of his activities, all of his ideas, all of his mind setting and goal setting. And, kitang-kita rin natin sa ating guests na ang dami niyang ganap. Same way, actually, right now, on Creative Voices. Ang dami ring ganap ng Creative Voices ngayon.
Yes, there was we just started actually with the batch 6, so we've got a lot of people. How many? How was it? Like 70 members coming in?
Parang nasa 60 plus yung nasa
60
class earlier today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they just went through their first day of creative CVAP. So that's certified voice artist program. So they went through their first day on that, and actually we have Miss Pao here, Miss Pao, Pao here who actually participated in their first day and doing a little
Yes.
seminar of sorts.
Kaninang morning, yes, once again to CVAP Batch 6 and to the entire team behind CVAP, thank you for having me this morning to open up the program and conduct a mini talk on branding earlier today. So I hope you guys learned from that, and I hope some of the batch 6 are tuned in right now because again, itong Success Voices is product of the Certified Voice Artist Program. Chase and I are graduates. Chase from batch 1, me from batch 3. So this is just one of the one of the many things in store for you guys. So
Indeed. Just check out
yun.
VG8 Radio. Doon pa lang makikita niyo like how
Dun
many
ba lang, all of
shows are
those
there?
shows. Majority of the shows on VG8 Radio are actually hosted by the Certified Voice Artists, graduates of the Certified Voice Artists Program. And other than that, Chase, I heard, nakita na natin yung teaser kanina. We saw this short clip from Tagadub Moises Leona, and I think Tagadub is still ongoing. And speaking of which, paano nga ba maging isang Tagadub? We actually got a quick glimpse of that earlier, but let's go see. Alam ko maraming ganap talaga sa studio eh. Tingnan nga natin kung anong mga ganap nila right now on the Tagadub sessions.
Indeed.
So we'll be showing you guys another video which showcases the Tagadub family naman.
Indeed. Stay tuned. So, nothing. Just go ahead.
Nagawa mo rito? Nagawa mo rito? Wala. Kamaingay kasi nagre-record kami dito eh. Ikaw ba, gusto mong malaman kung anong ginagawa namin sa loob? Ano yun nasa loob? Nagre-record kasi kami, nagda-dubbing kami. So, actually, meron nga ako mga videos dito eh. Pakita ko sa'yo. Ito yung cellphone ko. Pakita ko sa'yo kung paano namin ginawa.
May pause ka para mahati-hati na lang namin. Okay? Sige. Yan tayo. Isa pa. Parang ano ba kinatatakutan mo? Palaka, daga. O, may daga. Nasa ilong mo. Okay? Nadapo. Okay? Pag gumanon ako, pupunta sa ilong mo yon. Gugulat ka, di ba? Titili ka. Okay, game. Sige. Okay na, okay. Grabe. Pagka nag-paint to black na, kami na bahala. Sayang eh. Maganda eh. Grabe yung bago yun. Ano rock yo! Nakasustain ka rin. Ano masabi mo sa bosses mo?
From Sibak Batch 5 po. So, this is my first dubbing experience. Kamusta siya? Sobrang nakakakaba kasi never ko pa siyang na-try. Dati na in-imagine ko lang na gusto kong gawin itong ganyang boses, ganitong character. Tapos yun, nabigyan naman ng experience. Nakakakaba siya, intense. Parang bilis ng tibok ng puso ko dun sa loob ng boot. Yun, sana so far naging okay naman yung resulta nung ginawa ko. sobrang, kinakabahan pa din ako. Sobrang shaky ko pa din yung tuhod ko. Pero fulfilling kasi nagawa ko naman yung pinapagawa sa akin ni Direct na ito, gawin mo, ganyan. Dapat ganito yung pag-deliver. So yun, sana na-satisfy naman si Direct sa ako. Siguro gaya nyo din ako, that mahihain talaga ako. Isa ako sa mga taong tipong nandun lang din sa corner, maghihintay na may lumapit sa akin, nakausapin ako. And etong experience nung last year pa talaga gusto ko nang sumali sa CBAB talaga. And siguro ipon lang ako ng pera ng time, ng lakas ng loob para makapag-join. So, siguro parang nasa akin na yung ayoko nang mag-let go ng kahit na anong oportunidad na lumapit man sa akin or mag-knock sa door. Ayoko na din magkaroon pa ng regrets. So yun. Kung hanggang ngayon, sabi nga ni Miss Nikki, yung hiya, parang nasa isip mo lang yan. Wala talagang taong mahiyain. Siguro nahihiya lang siya dahil sa mga sasabihin ng tao sa kanya. So, yun. Huwag kayo magpa-apekto sa kung ano mang sasabihin ng tao. Just go and do whatever you want to do. Grab lang kung kahit anong opportunities na pumunta sa'yo. Hi! Ako si Len Descalzo from Batch 5. So, actually hanggang ngayon kahit nakarami na rin ako ng pagtatry sa pagdadubbing, halata pa rin naman sa akin na kinakabahan pa rin ako. Pero masaya pa rin naman ako kasi kahit sabihin natin na yun nga, nahihiya ako or kinakabahan pa rin ako sa pagdadub. Pero yung accomplishments na nagagawa ko, pero nung first day or first time ko talaga as in background pa nga yun yung parang extra ka lang sa extra ka pa sa extra, parang ganun, sounds ka lang or yung as in yung parang effects lang or reacts. Parang ang sarap sa pakiramdam na kasi makita mo yung mic, makita mo mismo yung booth, yung studio, talagang nakaka-proud kasi parang naniwala ka sa sarili mo, gagawin mo to, tapos may mga naniniwala sa'yo. So, dun pa lang yung first day ko, yun yung isa sa memorable na experiences na hindi ko makakalimutan. Hanggang ngayon, sobrang thankful pa rin ako na nagagawa ko na yung pagdadabi. Yan, kahit syempre marami pa tayong improvements na kailangan gawin, pero basta kailangan mo lang ibigay talaga yung interest mo, ibigay mo yung passion mo, yung love mo dun mismo sa craft na yun. Tsaka makikinig ka din sa mentors mo, sa mga directors, yan, at tsaka kahit sa mga kasamahan mo, kapwa dubbers mo, mararating mo. Basta nandun yung dedication din. Ayan. Okay, dun sa mga aspiring dubbers na gaya ko, actually hanggang ngayon, nasasabi ko pa rin na isa akong aspiring or aspirant kasi continuous pa rin yung paghiling ko ng kumbaga, tinutupad ko pa rin siya kahit nandito na ako, parang marami pa kasi akong kailangan gawin. Kaya dun sa mga kapwa aspiring dubbers na gaya ko, kung may dreams kayo, kahit ano pa yan, huwag kayo mawawalan ng pag-asa. Tsaka dapat maniwala kayo sa sarili nyo. At syempre, may mga tao pa rin, kahit sabihin nyo na wala na talaga maniniwala sa akin or wala na, ito, hanggang dito na lang. Meron pa rin maniniwala sa inyo, meron pa rin chances, may mga pagkakataon pa kayo, at saka opportunities na pwede kayong i-grab. At syempre, kapag talagang gusto nyo yung ginagawa nyo, darating din talaga yan. Then, grab nyo agad. Huwag nyo pakawalan. Huwag kayong matakot kasi at the end of the day, mas maganda na yung ginawa mo yung gusto mo na nag-fail ka kaysa nag-fail ka kasi wala kang ginawa.
Hi, I'm Jamie Aliala. I'm from SIBA Batch 3 and proud to be. I'm currently now here in CV Studio. Nagda-dub kami ngayon and yung very first time, hindi ko po siya makakalimutan. First dubbing ko po is sabak ko agad. Actually, I was just observing. And then, Direct Raymar, sinabak na po ako agad sa isang movie. And then, yung experience ko was so overwhelming. Sobrang na-shock ng bongga, pero sobrang thankful ko kasi at least nabigyan po ako ng chance. First time mag-dub, sobrang kabado ako. Sobrang hindi ko alam gagawin ko. I had no idea what I was doing and what to do. Hindi ko nga po alam kung anong movie. Hindi ko rin po nabasa kung anong script, which is, nung tumagal sabi ko, it's practically normal. It's ganun po talaga, like sa ABS or sa GMA. Ganun po talaga sila. Sabak agad, yung script bibigay lang sa'yo on that day. And yung movie, siguro aalamin mo lang din before ka pumunta dun sa call time mo. And then that's it. To all aspiring dubbers out there, please, 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 please do encourage yourself to be the best that you can be. Actually, try, practice, like sa mga fan dubs, kasi dun talaga nagsa-start lahat. As in, kahit sa tingin ng ibang tao, corny ka, wala ka dapat na kailangan. Don't even mind them. Mind yourself, love yourself first, and believe in yourself. All that actually matters. You've got to start from yourself, try to have fun on your craft, and then from there, moving forward, yung tingnan nyo, balang araw, nagdadab na rin kayo. Tagadab TV, subscribe na!
Tagadab TV, subscribe na! Tagadab TV, subscribe na!
Okay, ayun. Ang inspiring naman ng ating mga resident taga-dubs. I think those who shared their videos tonight, sila yung super duper active sa studio when it comes to the dubbing activities and dubbing projects na ginagawa sa Creative Voices. So again, gusto mo rin ba maging isang taga-dub? Simply visit Tagadub's Facebook page for more information because they actually have an ongoing workshop as well online called the Dubbing Academy Online. So I guess it's more of just how to practice your craft even at home and learning how to dub from home. Ayan. And also, for more videos like the one we just saw, yung mga behind the scenes, mga ganap sa pagiging isang taga-dub sa Creative Voices, visit facebook.com/tagadubtv. So, Chase, pagchikahan natin ng very light ang ating personal dubbing experience because actually, just to share with everyone here as well, ayan, kami rin po ni Chase, nagkaroon na kami ng probably not as much as exposure or engagement as in the Moises, Len, and Anna Faye and Jamie, but definitely we had our own fair share of dubbing experiences sa Creative Voices. Kamusta, Chase? Kamusta ang iyong dubbing experience? Kung tayo sasagot nung same questions that they had. Ayan.
They had questions?
Dun sa video, yung mga sinagot nila, kamusta yung experience and message to the aspiring taga-dubs.
Well, para sa akin, I'd say na it was quite the experience kasi I am mainly speak English. So, sinabak ako into dubbing in Tagalog, which is my second language. Doon ako like nasanay after like nanta na ba ako ng mga 14 years old. Mga ganun ako nagtagal-Tagalog. Anyway, ayan, so nung sinapa ako, initially I wasn't too looking forward to it kasi Tagalog. Like, paano ko sabihin to? I was very robotic when I was so, tulungan nyo kami dito sa bahay. Bahay. Ganun. It's like, I was really struggling. Pero eventually, nung masanay na ako mag-Tagalog and all that, there was this one dubbing session na talagang, well, at least the one that worked for me na I think it was during the character voices. Like, we were doing an animated dubbing. Kasama ko rin si Pao at that time. So, I got to voice parang a scary clown and a narrator. So, ayun, parang as they showed us yung video, parang mas na-tripan ko yung like how the character is portrayed. Like, yung scary narrator. It's like one stormy night in the year 1970. From there, parang tatagalogin mo. There's a script naman, and then just ikaw basahin mo and read it with emotion, with a feel. Kumbaga, you just gotta Tagalogin mo yung yung English na sinabi. Ganun. So, isang gabing isang maulan na gabi.
Sample.
That's what I'm doing. Isang madilim na gabi. Sa taong 1970. Kasi ganun sila magsalita minsan. Tapos yung clowns like wag kang lalayo dito, bata. Ganun or something like that.
Yun, no?
So it was fun kasi you could like play around with how you saw the character at the same time yung how the character was played initially, kung baga canned na yung emotion, and how you would do it. So parang yun yung pumatok sa akin, and it was quite the experience. And one of the main factors is like parang I just kept on trying lang talaga na parang pangit na experience ko is ang pangit na experience ko initially, like parang para sa akin, it's like Tagalog, I can't chase the Tagalog, it's too fast. But eventually I found a certain area which I enjoy, so like I wouldn't mind going through that again. So and same questions nga pala na. So may mga inspiring na halo ko talagang inspire and aspire.
Yeah, that's inspiring.
Okay. So at mga aspiring na gustong mapaglaruan ng boses nila, yung tipong you can sound like a small little insect, or kung bahala, ano mo pong pasok sa isip kung medyo baliw ka, ganun. And you just wanna give a voice out to that side mo na nababaliw ka na parang anyway, go for it. Here on Creative Voices, we have a perfect platform for you guys. It's a tagadab nga. That's also that. It's under Creative Voices. Yes. Don't be afraid to just inquire and give it a shot. Because just keep trying. Talaga. You'll only start racking up those regrets pag you stop trying. And yeah, so far buti natigilan ko na yung pag-pile up ng regrets. Sayang, hindi ko ginito.
Parang sabi nga din ng ating guest kanina, di ba? Go! Kung kaya naman, and kung actually, minsan nga, hindi mo pa iniisip kung kaya ba or hindi, pero sige, go! And plan A lang, then troubleshoot na lang tayo along the way.
Oo. Wala nang plano, just do it na. Parang,
sige na, go na!
Minsan lang naman eh.
Yeah, which is true. I think it was one of the Tagadubs interview dun sa video. Diba? Parang ayaw na niyang magkaroon ng regrets. So once there's an opportunity that comes her way, grab it, push lang, no more hesitation, no more doubts. Kasi it's there. Like how often does it happen in our lives and the opportunity is right there? Like sila yung opportunity na mismo yung lumapit sa'yo, and not na ikaw yung naghahanap ng opportunity tas you can't find it. Diba? If the opportunity presented itself to you right there, right in front of you, diba? Parang yeah, why not? Just give it, yun lang naman eh. Give it a go. And sabi nga nila na parang you'd rather have those regrets dahil, oh well, that didn't work out, or you gave it a go, then it didn't work out for you, then okay, sige, let's find something else, I guess. Or let's try again next time. Let's try something new, versus you're just filled with a whole lot of what ifs. Na parang, ganun pa rin eh. It's the same feeling of failure, pero I guess heavier yung what ifs eh. Kasi parang, oh my goodness, it's right there. It's right in front of me. Pero wala akong ginawa to take it or to grab it. Diba?
Parang just like, staring at this new, bagong pagkain na di mo alam yung lasa.
Talaga naman. Sige na, mag-wrap up na tayo.
Hey, ididikit ko. So like, bagong pagkain na di mo pa natikman. Titigil mo lang ba o titikman mo? Para pag natikman mo, tapos di mo nagustuhan, at least alam mong ayaw mo.
Ayaw mo
pero
siya, di ba?
Pag hindi mo tinikman, magkataka ka lang lagi. Para, wow, okay. Hanggat sa mapanis na siya, sayang. Diba?
Good point.
Diba? Nabigay mo na sana sa alaga mong aso. Pag-ayaw mo, diba?
May nakinabang pang iba, kumbaga.
Oo. Makatulong ka pa. Ganun lang dapat tayo dito. That's how we should think.
Ayun. Thanks for that, Chase. Thanks for sharing your dubbing experience. I'm sorry. Thanks for sharing your dubbing experience.
Ako lang? Ikaw, hey.
Ako rin pala. Ayun, nabalik sa akin yung tanong. Ayun. So, How was my dubbing experience? Same with what was shared earlier. Talagang nandun lang ako. I was in Creative Voices supposedly for a meeting with Sir Choi because we have projects that we're working on. So sabi ko, okay, punta ako, dala pa ng laptop, dala pa ng notebook, ganong level na sige. Ano tayo, official work tayo dito. Biglang, "Pao, may ginagawa ka ba?" Sir Raymar, wala pa naman so far." "Sige, akit ka, may papadub ako sa'yo." "Huh? Huh? Huh? Okay, this is ayun, the whole idea na the opportunity is right there. Parang ikaw lang yung iniintay na umoo, gano'n. So, it was very fulfilling in a sense na I guess what I kind of want to share also to those who are still tuned in at this point is ang dubbing kasi especially kapag Tagalized yung Tagadub again, we're dubbing in Tagalog, especially pag Tagalized yung animation or yung film na dinadub, you're hearing it in English but you're reading it in Tagalog and you have to deliver it in Tagalog also while seeing the scene in front of you.
Yes.
So there's that kind of skill that you eventually deliver na you really have to make your senses simultaneously work. Na parang kahit naririnig mo siya sa monitoring meaning you're hearing what you have to, parang yung kailangan mong patungan na audio, you're hearing it, you're hearing how they deliver it in English, pero kailangan mo siyang i-deliver ng Tagalog. So there's that challenge na parang pag first time kang nakasalang sa studio, talagang wait lang, parang can I take this off? Can I take my headphones off saglit? Or tipong may slight panic na parang wait lang, I'm hearing something but I have to say something else and I'm reading something else. But again, it's a very much fulfilling experience. And just to add up to that, wag po kayong maniniwala kay Chase na nahirapan siya nung una. Kung nahirapan man po siya, hindi po halata. Ayan. So, there was that na ganun instances na you kinda feel challenged sa ginagawa mo, but fortunately, people outside the booth or yung mga hindi, kumbaga, the others who are listening to you, they can hear na, wow, okay, this person is really doing their best. And that's the kind of camaraderie that we have in Creative Voices na you grow in your craft while at the same time, you have all of these supportive people around you. So yeah, that's the kind of dubbing experience that's waiting for you guys sa Tagadub and on Creative Voices, and those who are actually doing the back end of it, yung nagde-direct and even doing the tech. Yan, si Moises is also doing the tech end na rin after nag-start off din with a few dubs, then eventually natutunan na rin niya ang tech end, and also a CVAP graduate. So again, this is the whole Certified Voice Artist program happening in one go, kumbaga. So there's that, and it's definitely so much fun. It's for us who are lumaki sa mga mahilig manood ng cartoons, mahilig manood ng anime, ayan, para siya talagang childhood dream come true. Yung mga bosses na hindi mo alam na nagagawa mo, ganon. Nagagawa mo pala, ganyan.
Sige, mag-sample ka nga.
Yan tayo eh. Pag na-bring up talaga mga types of... Pero sige, to be fair naman kay Chase who did the samples of yung previous dubbing session namin where he was also parang Joker type of clown and a narrator. At the time we were dubbing for horror animations. So one of the roles that I played was a kid. So a kid na... I forgot a specific line kung ano,
Bro.
hindi ko na masyadong maalala yung...
Sigurado ka, bro?
Ayun. So, isa pa pala yun. There are instances na minsan awkward yung script. For example, I had to play a toddler. Sabi yata mga 6-year-old, ganong age. Pero the line ang English niya is, I don't know, brother. Brother. Di ba? Siguro naka Google Translate. So, ang naging part ng script is, ewan ko, bro. So parang, ba't naging siga tong si ate girl natin? So sabi ko kay Direk, sige, Karshi, if you're tuning in right now, hello. Sabi ko, guys, and si Moises was doing the tech at that time. Sabi ko, guys, sorry, pwede ko ba nang palitan ng kuya? Kasi, di ba parang, you're a kid, tas bro. Ewan ko, bro. Napaka-bruce ko. So, sabi ko, palitan naman natin ng kuya. So there's also that other senses at play na kailangan alert ka din sa script, sa binabasa mo, na if something feels awkward, something feels off, kaya mo rin siyang ayusin accordingly. Like what
Troubleshoot.
i-troubleshoot, exactly. Walang plan A, ay walang plan B. Plan A lang, pero if plan A didn't work, paano natin ito troubleshoot ang plan A? So, imbes na, ewan ko bro, yan. Ewan ko kuya, baka hindi pa siya nakakita ng malaking bahay. Ayun. So,
Batang-bata.
something to that effect. So, baka nila, parang ang weird pala ng dire-diretso hosting sabay dub, no? Walang in between. Wait lang, yung lungs ko nag-struggle ng very light. Anyway, pero yun, being alert with what you're reading and how you can make it happen kasi sabi nga ni Sir Choi, 'di ba? The script is just there to be your guide, to be minsan talagang kailangan mo din siyang ayusin in a way that would make it more personal to you. And those are just some of the things that na-experience ng ating mga taga-dubs. And of course, future taga-dubs, future graduates of the Certified Voice Artist Program, Batch 6, if any of you guys are watching, ayan. Onting patikim pa lamang po to sa mga pwede nyong ma-attain here in our family. So, ayun.
Promise.
Struggle talaga yung lungs ko.
Napagod si Pao.
Ang dami naramdaman ko yung run-through nun. Anyway, ayun, so out of everything that was said and done, I guess, so it looks like that wraps things up for tonight. So much purposeful pursuits talaga from sa mga shinare ni Chino to sa mga shinare natin with our dubbing experiences. Talaga nga naman, finding success through trying times in a way na resonate happened throughout this pandemic. And you and I, Chase and Moises, on the back end right now, and all of our fellow certified voice artists listening, lahat tayo nag-grow. We met each other and we grew throughout these trying times. So definitely finding success through trying times tayo at this moment.
Indeed. This is our 6th episode for Success Voices, and it still hasn't stopped. The momentum hasn't stopped in terms of my words. It hasn't stopped. Ubus na rin ako. And 6th episode of Success Voices, the momentum hasn't stopped in shoving out the inspiration. Like giving out the inspiration to
yun. Yes,
and giving out the inspiration to all who is listening, tuning in, and who will be tuning in the future. And we thank everybody. Indeed, these has been trying times this year of 2020 to this year 2021, diba? I know a lot of us, it's been really trying, but due to the pandemic. But we hope that the insightful story that our guest, Sir Chino, brought to us can act as guidelines for those seeking to reach their own success and overcome the challenges of this new age.
And speaking of new age, yun nga, we were just talking about earlier, gaano na ka-active on digital platforms ngayon, all the more nitong pandemic, which is meron na tayong FB Marketplace, e-commerce spiking here and there, online shows such as this one and many others on VG8 Radio. Ayan, dito na talaga tayo lahat online. And speaking of online, I'd like to give a quick shout out to everyone who's been to the VG8 team of Success Voices. So once again, Success Voices is co-hosted with Marian De La Serna, was actually very engaged in our comment section earlier this evening. Ivana, Otok, Owen Kazar, and of course Chase, who's with me tonight. Shout out as well to tech team and graphic artist Moises Leona, who also sent in his video and who also did that promotional video for Tagadub. Napakagaling naman talaga. Multi-skilled and multi-talented, from dubber to editor to basically everything in between. Ayan. Thank you so much for your efforts. And of course, to our post-show social media team, to the social media manager, Miss Lori Sanchez. Guys, ito, kanina sinasabi natin na magkukuha na ako ng notebook para mag-jot down ng quotes. Don't worry kasi ang ating hardworking social media team, sila po yung nagko-compile ng quotes and sharing it on the Facebook page. So sometime within the next week, aabangan natin ng album ng quotes ni Chino. Kasi feeling ko talaga marami-rami yang mga manonote down ng ating social media team. So to our writers, Christel and Angel Crystal Felizmino, and Angel Corato. Hello to you guys. I hope you guys are tuned in tonight and are having a blast. Si Cristel is actually one of the core members of Tagadob. Shout out to you, Cristel. I'm not, feeling ko nasa studio ka pa din, doing the dubs, doing the directing, doing the proofreading of the scripts. Grabe. Grabe talaga. Solid girl. I'm so proud of you and hope you guys are having a blast. And then, wait lang, yung ticker tape, natatakpan yung ibang names. There are other video editors and graphic artists. Juice. I'm so sorry, Juice.
It's Just.
Sorry, Just. Or, peace tayo, Just, ha. Wag ka magalit sa akin, ha. Just, Kamsol, Jake Mendoza, Erwin Natividad, and Leah Manalo. Thank you guys for your continuous efforts and support to support Success Voices. So, ayun. Yung hinga ko talaga, medyo hindi kinakaya. Pero kaya natin to, guys. Ayun.
Practice
And
talaga yung hininga mo
lastly,
when you're dubbing.
when you're dubbing, when you're hosting, and when you're talking for, nang hindi pa nagde-dinner. Mother Mel, if you're still on the stream, patira naman ng beef sinigang dyan.
Nakalimutan ko na eh. Ka naman, no?
Nakalimutan na niya. So, ayun. Lastly, we would like to invite you guys to send in your stories, words of wisdom, and inspiring messages. Let Success Voices be your platform for positive social change. Contact us at contact.successvoices@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/successvoices. So, but before we go, plug in ko na lang din si www.certifiedvoiceartist.com. Again, batch 6 is ongoing now. And with the influx of inquiries that we're having, I'm pretty sure aabot tayo ng batch 100, guys. So if you're an aspiring voiceover artist, an aspiring dubber, please visit this website flashed on the screen so that we can assist you accordingly.
Yes.
So once again, this is my voice, Pao Castillo.
Okay. And Stephen Chase Lemon of Voca Blue Voices. Thank you for joining us here on Success Voices, where we create positive social change.
One success story at a time.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.